Hi everybody! Today we are doing our bee's knees task for writing. What I would like you to do is completely independently, if you can, using your plan from yesterday to help you, choose two animals and write two animal riddles, which are in the first person, giving clues as to what animal you are pretending to be and then saying what am I at the end. I am going to show you how to do it, but before we start writing, just a quick reminder, your sentences will need to begin with capital letters. You'll need to have finger spaces between your words and a full stop at the end of every sentence. You will need the question, what am I, at the end, which will need a question mark. Your sentences are going to be in the first person because you are pretending to be that animal. So you're not saying the animal's the actual name of the animal. You're saying I this, I that, I the other, because you are being the animal. You'll need some adjectives, which are describing words to describe your animal, and you'll also need to be using some conjunctions in your sentences as well if you can. The conjunctions we try to use in year one are and, but, so, and because. So keep those in the back of your mind and see if you can find anywhere that is appropriate to use them in the middle of your sentence. Okay, I think I have done my plan for either the blue and yellow macaw or the African elephant. So I think I'm going to start with the blue and yellow macaw. So I'm being the blue and yellow macaw now, and I'm going to write some first person sentences to start my riddle. I've got my piece of paper and my pen at the ready just here, and I'm going to use my plan to write some sentences. So starting off, I'm going to have a look at the first thing I've written on my plan, and I've written that I live in South America, and I'm not going to say I am a colourful parrot because that's telling them that I'm a parrot, which is giving them a bit too much of a clue. I'm just going to write I live in South America and I am colourful, because there are lots of colourful animals in South America, so it's a little bit of a clue, but it's not telling my reader exactly what I am. I live in South America and I am colourful. So let's start writing. I needs a capital letter. I live. I'm just going to see if I can move my visualizer a little bit so you can see what I'm writing while I'm writing it. Maybe I need to zoom out a teeny bit. I'm not sure. Let's give it a go. I live in... Now, South America is a continent, it's a name, so I'm going to give that a capital letter. South America needs a capital letter too, because it's the other part of the name. I live in South America, that's my first clause, and in the middle of a sentence, what was I going to write? I live in South America and I am colourful. I live in South America and I needs a capital letter because it's a name too, even though it's not at the beginning of a sentence. I live in South America and I am colourful. Good adjective, colourful. I live in South America and I am colourful. Oh, and I need a full stop at the end of my sentence because I've got my first clause, I live in South America, my conjunction, and I am colourful, which is my second clause. I live in South America and I am colourful, full stop. Great, now I'm going to have another look at my plan. I'm happy with that sentence, so I'm going to try and find another sentence that I can write. I have beautiful feathery wings. That's a nice sentence. Let's have a look. Oh, and I also have a long yellow tail. Those two are both sort of describing what I look like, aren't they? I have beautiful feathery wings and a long yellow tail. That sort of gives my reader a clue that I'm a kind of bird, doesn't it? I have beautiful feathery wings and a long yellow tail. I'm using and as a list to list two things that I have, and I'm describing what I look like, so I'm giving a really good clue. I have beautiful feathery wings and a long yellow tail. I'm happy with that sentence, so I'm going to write it down. I am going to start on a new line for the next sentence of my riddle, just so it sort of reads like a poem. So you can read one line, have a guess, read your next line, have a guess. So I am going to start on my next line just here. I don't always do that when I'm writing. Usually I would start my next sentence up here, but because this is a riddle, I'm going to lay it out slightly differently. Don't worry if you don't remember to do that, but that is what I'm going to do, just because riddles aren't the same as sort of stories or information text. They're a little bit different, and they might have a new sentence starting on every line rather than a big block of writing, which we would usually do. I've forgotten my sentence now because I've done too much talking. I have beautiful feathery wings and a long yellow tail. I've got to keep repeating my sentence to myself so I don't forget it. I have beautiful feathery wings and a long yellow tail. Okay, let's go. I needs a capital letter. Have is a tricky word. I have beautiful. Beautiful is a tricky word to spell, so if you have written it down on your plan, you can just copy it as long as you can read it. And if you can't spell beautiful, if you're not sure how to spell it and you haven't got it on your plan but you want to use it, you can just use your phonics, and that is super. I have beautiful feathery wings. Wings. And in the middle of my sentence, it can't have a capital letter. I have beautiful feathery wings and a long yellow tail. Long, long, yellow tail. Tail. I have beautiful feathery wings. That's my first clause. Oh no, I'm just using and as a list now, aren't I? I'm listing two things that I have. That's a mistake. I have beautiful feathery wings and a long yellow tail. Brilliant. Full stop. I've just used and to list the two things that I have, two of my body parts. Great. I have beautiful feathery wings and a long yellow tail. I'm very happy with that sentence, so I'm going to move on to my next one now. All the time I'm thinking in my head, I've used and twice now as a conjunction and as a list. Can I use a but or a so or a because anywhere? But or because. So but is a good thing and a bad thing, or two things that are a bit different from each other, two things that contradict each other. Ooh. I have a curved pointy beak so I can crack open nutshells. That's quite a good sentence, isn't it? And it has the conjunction so in it. I have a curved pointy beak so I can crack open nutshells. Let's write that one. I have a curved, I'm describing my beak as curved and pointy. I have a curved pointy beak so I can crack open nutshells. I had a really good think about that. It took me a while to think of a different conjunction that I could use there. I've had a really good think about it, and now I'm really happy with my sentence. Now I've thought about it, it definitely makes sense. I have a curved pointy beak so I can crack open nutshells. Brilliant. Now I'm going to have to have another long think because I've used so, but I really would like to use but or because as well, so that I can really show off how I can use those snazzy conjunctions in my year one writing. I'm wondering about helping the forest grow. I think I might write, I can explain why I help the forest grow using because. I help the forest to grow because I drop seeds on the floor while I'm eating, or something like that. I'm thinking I could write, I help seeds to grow. I help the forest to grow because I drop seeds on the floor while I'm eating. I'm happy with that sentence. That's a good one. It's like a fact sentence, but it's got a because in it. It tells me why. It's really showing off how great at writing I am in year one. I help the forest to grow because I drop seeds on the floor when I'm eating. Brilliant. Okay. I, capital letter, help. Help. I help the forest to grow. grow. I help the forest to grow because we like that word because in year one. It always comes in the middle. I help the forest to grow because I drop seeds. Seeds. I help the forest to grow because I drop seeds onto the floor or onto the ground. I could use either. I might use ground because I drop seeds onto the ground. Out in the ground while I am eating. Eating, eating, and then I'm going to put a full stop at the end and just read through that sentence, check it makes sense. I help the forest to grow because I drop seeds onto the ground while I am eating. Brilliant. So now I'm quite happy with that. I'm wondering if there's any more sentences that I can write, but I've given it a really good effort. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences. Yep, I might do one more using my plan. I can mimic human speech. That's a good sentence to finish off with. I might write I can sometimes mimic human speech because I'm not sure if all parrots can mimic human speech, but some can. I can sometimes mimic, that means copy. You can use the word copy if you understand the word copy better. I can sometimes mimic human speech. Full stop. Super. I'm going to read through that one more time. I live in South America and I am colourful. I have beautiful feathery wings and a long yellow tail. I have a curved pointy beak so I can crack open nutshells. I help the forest to grow because I drop seeds onto the ground while I am eating. I can sometimes mimic human speech. And I also forgot at the end I need the question. What starts with a capital letter because it's at the beginning of my sentence. I needs a capital letter always when it is used as to mean me, and then I need a question mark, and my question mark only comes at the end of that sentence, what am I? Because all the rest are statements about what the animal looks like or what the animal, or a fact about the animal, so they all need a full stop, all of these ones up here. The only one that needs a question mark is what am I, because it's the only one that's a question. Okay. So that is my riddle. I'm really happy with it, and that is how to do it. I would like you to today please choose 2 animals and write a riddle about the 2 animals that you have chosen. I hope you enjoy writing about your 2 animals, and I can't wait to read some of your big writes. Remember, this one is a super independent one, so try your best to have a go at it on your own, and I hope you enjoy it. I really look forward to reading them.